Whoa, look at all this.
Chicken.
Love a bit of sweet potato. Is that a chicken?
Chicken breast, sweet potato, broccoli, gravy. I'm not having potato because I didn't run. You're having potato because you did.
But it's sweet potato, which isn't as bad, is it?
No, sweet potato is definitely better for you, yeah. Enjoy, baby.
I've just eaten that lovely meal, but why is it that my stomach feels so taut?
I don't know.
I mean, no, but feel it. Feel it.
Probably because it hasn't any crisps or chocolate.
Why is it
Or
gone,
Christmas
why has it
pudding.
gone hard? And
I don't know.
I can't breathe.
Right. Do you know what? It's so hard finding cough mixtures without alcohol in it.
It's a nightmare. It's like rescue remedy. I can't have it.
I know somebody that had to go back into the Priory because they had cough mixture.
I'm not surprised. Sitting there swigging Benylin. I've only got one thing to say to you.
so
I've got
bad.
one thing to say to you. Every single time, every new year, you set off in whatever exercise you do, hang on, pulling everyone else up for not entering with such vim and vigour, and then injure yourself.
How many times do I have to tell you I pulled a table out?
Darling, this is everything.
Sorry, subs.
This can't just be the table.
Subs. No, it is. I felt my back go. It's because I've got no stomach muscles.
How are you going to do day 4?
Can you just help me get
How are
up
you going to
first?
do day 4? Just use me, because last time I tried to help you,
Just be stronger.
I'm being strong.
It hurts even to try. I've got to get my 10,000.
Have you wet yourself yet?
It's much worse when I move. Any physiotherapists out there? So look, any physiotherapists or anything. So I can feel it here, where I obviously pulled my stomach muscles, here, and in my back there. What have I done? It will ease up. It's worse when I move. It's worse when I first get up. And then it eases up. And it was almost completely better when I went to bed last night. That's what's weird. It's just the night in bed that's made it worse. Go away. Mark, go away. I look fatter when I walk like this. So there it is, guys. After Mark's, what can we say? Disgust.
Lack of enthusiasm.
Lack of enthusiasm at the one yesterday. No, I think it was disgust because there was a lot of peel in it and it looked like sawdust.
Yeah.
So I thought, why don't I strain it? And doesn't that look beautiful? Look, held in my beautiful cup that Mark bought me for Christmas. And here we go. Oh, God, it's so... The thing is about it is you just know that the first thing you're doing is good for you. I nearly went, oh, sod it today and had a cup of tea with milk. No, I remembered all of you lot and I thought, what will I say to the subs? So this is how it works. Right, Mark, go on. Try it today. See if it's getting a bit better today because you're getting more used to it.
I don't like lemon. What do you do if you don't like lemon?
You just bear it.
No, why is lemon the only effing fruit that has this remarkable quality? Why lemon?
I don't know. We'll ask Hannah.
Why not orange?
I don't know.
It's
the answer,
so
sorry.
disgusting, the lemon.
We'll look it up. We'll Google it. Let's drink it. Do you want more honey?
You went to bed separately to me last night and I needed to get a good night's sleep, so I went to Maddie's room to avoid your snoring. And I had that terrible 30 minutes before I went to bed where I was... Normally I would be prowling and looking for oats and, yeah, and all of that, and I knew there was Galaxy and chocolate in the drawer. So we might have to do a bit of a purge today. I didn't have anything.
Oh, well done.
Part of me thought, no one needs to know.
High five, don't hit me too hard though because of my back.
No one needs to know if I had one of those celebrations or a spoonful of Nutella. But I didn't. I just took myself upstairs and lay there like that.
Well done. And did you sleep better because you hadn't got a load of sugar in your body just before you slept?
Possibly, I don't know.
Which is like doing drugs.
Yeah.
Ask the subs, have any of them cheated?
Has anyone cheated yet? I haven't cheated yet. I can't say for sure.
Because you're choosing not to.
Oh, don't start that. Don't start that again.
It was really quite remarkable watching the vlog yesterday, how you just don't understand what I mean is... Okay, I was screaming at myself as I was watching the screen because what I needed to say was...
Oh, maybe you didn't make yourself clear.
You have two choices to make. One choice is that you want to be healthier and slimmer and have more vitality and be less tired and be more focused, all those things. Or you have the other option where you just eat a load of shit all the time, don't move and feel like shit and feel horrible about yourself and hate yourself.
Right.
You've got two choices. You've made the choice that you actually want to feel healthier and slimmer and more active and more focused and all those things. So that's why you're choosing not to have the galaxy.
Why can't we use the same strapline that you used about your book about alcoholism, where you said, why do people keep going on about addicts, whereas not talking about the fact that alcohol is addictive? Food types are addictive.
Food is very addictive. Don't you agree?
So it's not necessarily the choice.
Yeah. Put underneath what you
defeats-
think you're actually addicted to underneath, subs. Put what you think you're... Because when I used to go to OA meetings, so many people, their thing was sugar, was really sugar. Mine isn't sugar. Mine is more salt, so salty snacks and things like that. A lot of people, ice cream, and I remember being in this OA meeting and this man was just crying and crying and crying about how he couldn't even sit far, further than that away from the freezer because the ice cream was in the freezer. Now, people will laugh at that. People wouldn't laugh at that if that was cocaine or if that was booze. So if you think that there's a trigger food, something that once you see it, you eat it, and then once you've eaten that, it leads you on to eat a whole load of other things. Maybe that's just the one thing you could give up. Maybe you could eat everything else that you normally eat and just give up that one thing that sets you off onto a spiral of binging.
Oh, God. Gigi, old dogs, this is so hideous. Have some. No, don't blame me.
What are you? Stop trying to give it to the dogs.
See Toffee's face just then. Just like... What did you just say?
Kiki had to put my pants on for me.
You had to put your pants on.
I couldn't.
That's what I'll have to do for you in another 10, 15 years.
Ah! Oh! My God.
Toffee, come here. What's this? Gigi. Do you want this?
Do things for me today.
Gigi?
I am going to get well enough. This is the exact movement my dad had with his bad back. His legs would suddenly give way like that. That's what I've got.
Toffee, sit. I've never seen such hot-blooded rejection from a dog. Sit down, babe. Swiftly. Try swiftly. Try it swiftly. It's not funny. It's not funny. I know it's not funny, but it's funny. You'd laugh at me. What are you after, babe? Oh, you're talking. Let me bring it to you. That's the way I just got up so quickly then. Oh my God, babe.
It's so bad.
Is it that bad?
Yeah.
You're going to have to go to a physio.
Oh!
Oh my God. There's something deeply amusing about how... There is.
So we are just setting up to do our podcast, How to Stay Married So Far. So check that out.
Good,
but I
we've
also
almost had an argument today already.
Yeah. So I was just saying to Mark, I think it'd be a good idea if we recorded every single thing we eat and drink through the day, and then you can tell us what you're doing. So we've already had our hot water and lemon and ginger that you saw, and now I've done a homemade cappuccino instead of going to the cappuccino shop, because I think they're lower calories. So I've used almond milk, because Mark's really intolerant to dairy, gets really bad eczema from his dairy. And instead of using sweeteners, which have less calories, I've used maple syrup.
I drank mine, but look, how do you prevent all the honey just sitting at the bottom?
Keep stirring as you're drinking.
No, stir as you drink. That's an important tip. A lot of men won't think to do that.
Because a lot of men are morons.
Just take a look. Just look at how I concealed to you and the world my eating issues. Have a look and...
Mark, where did you do this?
What's working over there?
Matt, Kiki,
Yeah, I know.
have you seen what Daddy's been doing?
Yeah.
Come on,
It's a
Mark.
convenient
This
place
is
to
an
hide.
addiction.
It's a convenient
This is
place-
like hiding vodka
But this isn't
bottles.
since New Year.
No, but this is like hiding vodka bottles. You've got to stop.
I know.
You need to go to an OA meeting.
How's your back?
Really bad.
Right. Shall I put this stuff
How
in?
am I going to get my 10,000 steps?
Hmm?
Go away. You should just keep following me around laughing all day. Honestly, Mark, I'm going to end up killing you.
You won't be able to. You can't reach me.
Oh, my neurophone should kick in soon.
Oh my God. What time is it, babe?
12:15.
It's 12:15 and I am absolutely famished. I haven't eaten anything. That's not the way to do it, is it? Nat?
No, we've got busy. We've forgotten about eating.
So we've just had a really long Skype meeting, really good Skype meeting with our lovely Michelle. And I'm now having to do some online work. And I haven't eaten. And Nadia's got a bad back. And the kitchen's a state. And we've got exercise to do. Nadia, help. Get off your phone. What are we going to do?
I don't know, I'm a bit overwhelmed.
I know.
Fucking back. I've got loads of stuff. I've got bone broth and everything in there. I was going to make a nice soup. Now I'm just in agony. I'm starving. It's going to have to be eggs.
Eggs.
Yeah.
Tell me what to do and I'll make it.
Look. That's where I'm at.
That's attractive, babe.
We've got to go for a walk. I just spoke to Michelle and she is a sports scientist person. She said walking is okay, but I should tie a scarf around it to hold my back. So let's do that.
What are you looking for on your phone?
Right. Now, you know, guys, I'm always talking about Hannah Richards and her book, The Best Possible
I'm beginning
You.
to think you might run off with her.
You know, the turmeric tea and all of that.
Yeah.
And before Christmas, before I went into a mad binge, I was following her plan and feeling amazing. But she was very insistent that I needed a poo analysis.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I could have done that with the floaters you leave around.
I'm going to pretend that didn't happen. So just before Christmas, I did a poo analysis and I went to see Hannah and these are the results. Right, those of you who watch us regularly will know that I have been working from this book, The Best Possible You by Hannah Richards. And it's all about trying to get a healthy gut, better lifestyle, all round. And I've had some amazing results. And now I've finally got to meet Hannah. And I've got to meet her through my poo. Because I sent my poo off to be analysed, and here I am with Hannah. So hello, Hannah.
Hello.
Here she is, and she is a bit of a genius. Everyone now is everybody I know is asking for a number and asking to see her because we want to find out why most of the time we're feeling shit. And there's lots of things that you can do to feel a lot better. And one of the things is to find out what's going on in your gut. So there is my gut analysis, and I'm now going to find out with you guys what's been going on in my gut. So
Okay.
what have you discovered?
So I'm going to give you a quick overhaul of it. As a rose garden,
Oh, lovely.
you want to have in your garden lots of roses.
Sorry, we've got to do this funny little bit here because due to my terrible filming, I clipped off Hannah when she was first talking. So when she talks about the roses, she's talking actually about the good and bad bacteria in our gut. That's what she's talking about. But of course, I cut that bit out.
And if there aren't any enough roses, then you give the opportunity to have lots of weeds in your garden.
Right.
So when people talk about their microbiome, you want to have lots of different bacteria, lots of strains of bacteria, because if it's really low, then it would mean that you had a very poor diet, possibly.
Right.
And so a varied diet increases your microbiome.
Okay.
Having a dog, going for a walk, being in the countryside, doing new things, eating new foods, all increase your microbiome. So when you've got a strong microbiome, you've got lots of roses in that gut of yours.
Well, I must have loads of roses. Well, I must have loads of roses because my house is really dirty. I've got loads of dogs that are always sticking their bums in my face. Is that
Perfect. That's good. That works good for the gut.
Okay.
Dogs are good for your gut.
Oh, God. Isn't that amazing? And I think we all clean too much.
We all clean too. So we live in too sterile environments. So air conditioning, people who've always got the hand sanitizer, they're just depleting all the really good, yummy bacteria.
My friend Wendy, see, I told you, you're the only one that ever has a bad stomach and you're the only one who's constantly sanitising. Don't over-sanitise, folks.
Okay. Okay, so 2 interesting things we're going to look at first of all. when you've got all these little high things here, high,
Show them.
yeah,
See that high, that's something from my poo. High.
that's sort of saying we've got too many weeds instead of roses.
Okay.
So we've got this sort of dysbiotic, we've got a dysbiosis going on.
Oh my God, a dysbiosis. Sounds sort of almost sexual. I've got a dysbiosis.
It could be.
Do you want to join me?
You can take it anyway. But so these are all bacteria, and they can create problems when there's an overgrowth. Like if you've got a yeast overgrowth, a fungal infection.
That's Candida, isn't it?
That can be like Candida.
Yeah.
Luckily for you, you've got no yeast going on.
Thank God, because that means you can't have wine or bread, mind you.
It's really boring.
You've ruined my whole enjoyment of wine.
Oh, really?
Just tell them what you said about wine and white wine to me. You said you would, if you could.
It makes women go crazy.
She said she would take it off the planet.
I think white wine and women is a bad combination.
Well, that's why I always go nuts. When do you go crazy when you drink white wine?
Yeah.
And you were saying that your liver can't metabolize it, can you? So that could affect you losing weight and all sorts of things. So go to something else. Vodka and soda.
Yeah, well, the best alcohol is tequila.
You always say that. I can't believe that's true. Not how I end up after tequila.
Not how most people drink it.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is not too bad because we can get rid of all these things, and it's about whether you've got whether they're giving you a hard time, whether you're struggling to lose weight, whether you've got bloating, whether you've got constipation, whether you've got all these digestive symptoms are significant if you've got bad bacteria in the gut.
Okay.
However, what we found are two little parasites.
Is that worms?
Yeah, not really. So worms are here, and there's no worms.
I've got no worms.
No, I've got
I feel
no
a bit disappointed
worms.
about that.
But there are two different parasites, and again, they've been flagged quite high. Now, the route for people getting bugs and parasites is either contaminated water from an animal or from feces, and it's sort of this cycle that goes round. So your food can be infected, your water can be infected. Now, a lot of the time you won't notice any of these symptoms, and a lot of people say that they don't cause a problem, but it's like if you leave things left alone, they proliferate and they get worse, and then in the long term they're the underlying cause of other illnesses.
Like what?
Well, I mean, a lot of the research now on a lot of things going wrong in the brain tumours.
A couple of weeks ago.
Are part of parasite activity.
So what does a good poo look like?
Well, according to Paul Check,
Yeah.
he has this poopy policeman lineup.
Yeah.
And every state of bowel has a different name and a look. So it's it's a good consistency.
Yeah.
And
What colour?
It's good medium to dark brown.
Right.
Not breaky. Good solid 6
Smooth.
Smooth 6 inches.
No nobbles.
No undigested bean sprouts.
Yeah.
But a good poo. So if you're
We'll put the chart up for you to have a look at because it is quite
I'll send
funny.
it. It's
and
really
because
funny.
it's really interesting having a look and seeing what your poo looks like.
Yeah. I always say to people, I look after everything from mouth to anus because that's your gastro
She's a bit
tract.
weird, but we like her.
But that's,
She's obsessed with anuses and poo.
but that's your
Guts, yeah.
That's your gastro tract, right?
Yeah.
So we're constantly overeating. We're constantly consuming food all the time.
Yeah.
So if you think about this is your first line of defense, your skin.
Yeah.
On the inside of you, in your gut, you have a second line of defense, and that's your secretory IgA. So sometimes when it gets very low amounts, then it's like almost having a wall around you that's broken down. So if you break down the barrier, then pink things can get in.
Right.
If you build the barrier up nice and high, then nothing can get in.
And building the barriers by keeping your gut healthy, eating well, bone broth.
Bone broth,
Right.
all those things. When the systems stop working or being efficient, that's when you start collecting symptoms. And symptoms are the worst thing to collect because they do knock on the door of disease. They're not the first thing in the line, they're the last thing in the line.
Knock on the door of disease. That's a really good thing. And that's what, hopefully, so these parasites left,
Yeah.
if I hadn't had this test,
Yeah.
I hadn't spoken to you,
Yeah.
could be the knocks on the door. Da, 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 da.
Yeah, because they don't necessarily, they're not really, you know, it's not like a headache. And so you could say, well, why do I always have a headache? Oh, and people say, oh, my mum had a headache, my grandma had a headache, oh, I'll deal with it, I have a headache. There's always a reason why the body
tells you something.
And it's just through a line of investigation, and normally it all stems in the gut. So what we need to do in a nutshell here is probably tighten up diet a little more.
Yeah.
And then we're going to put a herbal protocol in place to kill the bugs, which will be a rotation of different herbs, and re-inoculate the gut with good bacteria so that microbiome is more flourished. It's got repopulated with different strains of bacteria.
And how do I do that?
Well, we're going to make sure that you're constantly eating in season, constantly got varied and different and rotational foods on your plate, and at meal time. So
Lots
you're not
of veg, protein.
Yeah, and so that you're not just having the same breakfast, same lunch,
Yeah.
same dinner, those kind of things. Creating rotation.
So we're going to kill the bugs, guys.
Because weight loss always happens when you put your body in balance.
Yeah.
And being underweight or overweight is just a symptom of being out of balance. And that's all it is. So you get to the root cause of why a person is overweight, then it's easy runnings. But if you focus on the food, people don't lose weight that way. It's about getting to the real cause of why you're unhappy in the first place. And that always stems probably normally in the gut.
Can you believe it? I've got parasites, not good ones, in my stomach. And the thing is that Hannah said that this could really be something that's affecting my memory. Oh. So I'm going to do everything that she says. I'm going to do the bone broth. I'm going to do take the course of herbs and stuff that she said. And then I'm going to see if I get this miraculous alleviation of my symptoms, memory fog, tiredness, overweightness, all of that stuff.
So Hannah has inadvertently confirmed my worst fear for years.
What?
That you're possessed.
I am possessed. I've got parasites now going, Oh my God. She told me so many amazing things about parasites that I didn't have time or enough room on my phone to film, but it's incredible what they can do, the amount of illnesses they can cause.
Really?
So getting a poo analysis, like she was saying, that if the NHS could just have the foresight to get poo analysis, that it would save them so much money in the future, because so many of the things that are going to happen can be shown in your poo.
I need a shit.
Do you remember Gillian McKee?
I've got to go for a shit.
But this is the proper stuff.
So they're not talking shit.
No, they're talking shit.
It's just good shit.
Proper shit.
This is good shit.
Yeah.
Do the cool shit. What is this with your neck? You look like a tortoise.
Shit. I can't believe that's not making me writhe in agony
I
off
know.
my back.
How's your back?
Stiff.
Go on,
I'm
get
still
up.
doing my steps.
Get up.
Oh no, Mark, this is awful. You're just making... You've just been... This isn't nice. Don't. It makes me look better. I've got to get the effing
You've
chicken.
literally got a waddle.
I've got to put the effing chicken into the effing pan. We've not eaten yet. We're doing this really badly.
Day 4.
Day effing 4.
I'm really struggling. I tell you what I really would do now to help me normally is I would have a...
Plunge your hands into the Pringles.
No, I would have a diet ginger beer. Is that allowed?
Well, yeah, I would say don't go... I mean, obviously you want to give up the diet drinks eventually, but if you're going crazy...
Yeah, I am.
It's too much to do everything all at once, so just have one.
I'm going crazy.
Don't have 10, have one.
No, just one.
Yeah, do it.
Fantastic.
And then you can come back to the show. I can show the stuff what I'm doing with the chicken. So, look. Just do that. Skinless chicken breasts. Fold it over. Bash it down because it's really hot. It's really hard to get chicken breasts without skin not to be dry. So the flatter you get them, the better, because then they cook really, really quickly. Really quick and simple, low calorie way to do chicken. Guys, if you want to find this recipe really quickly, we're going to have a playlist for all these recipes, so you don't have to go through this whole film. So just bashing it. It's my back.
What do you think, Chi-Chi?
Onto there.
I'm showing my Old Jamaica ginger beer.
I'll calculate the kitchen.
I'd like to be the face of Old Jamaica ginger beer.
So look, I'm just putting a few little slashes like that to get the marinade because Mark's starving. So we've only got a few minutes.
You hungry?
No, it's past now. We've only got a few minutes of marinading.
So hang on a minute, are you not eating?
No, I am eating because it'd be silly not to, because I was starving and I've gone past it, so I'm going to make myself eat. Lemon is brilliant for tenderising meat, so I'm just going to put a bit of lemon. So easy this. Both sides. The dogs think they're going to have a party in a minute. So I put some lemon.
Yeah.
I'm going to put a little bit of garlic. Because the thing is, we're taking out the fat. We're taking out lots of fat, aren't we? So we want to put the flavour back in. Little bit of garlic, not too strong, because I think when you're dieting, if you use too much garlic, it can really make you fancy something sweet. Comment below if you find the same. If you eat something really garlicky all day, you go, oh, I want some chocolate. Oh, I want some. This stuff is so gorgeous. Za'atar. It's a Middle Eastern, and it's a mixture of thyme and oregano, sumac. If you haven't got this, use any herbs that you like. So just a little more on the other side. Mark likes this, don't you? Oh. And then I'm just going to get a teeny bit of olive oil. You don't want to use too much. Pour the oil into a spoon, otherwise you'll be glugging it all over everything and giving yourself loads of calories. So a bit of olive oil, because fats are really good for you. No fat diets make me want to kill myself or kill somebody else, so I just don't believe in them. So just a little bit, because you don't want to put the fat into the pan because then you're frying the chicken. And I'm just going to literally put a little bit of salt. Oh! Sea salt. So, just going to leave that to marinate. Oh!
Do you want me to do this bit?
No.
No?
Ah!
Let me get it out. Doing that?
Pan out.
Yeah, that would have...
Babe, come on, put it on the sodding cooker!
Oh, sorry, I thought you were trying
God
to...
almighty! Okay, so while the chicken's marinating, I'm just going to heat the pan just slowly, because you don't want to put the heat on straight away. Just get the pan really nice and hot by slowly heating it up. Okay, so Hannah will be pleased with this. This is all very Hannah agreed food. Don't worry, it's pre-washed. People forget that you can use spinach for a salad. Oh! Sorry. So I'm going to make a little dressing. Now, lots of you reminded me, subs, thank you so much, about cider vinegar. It's really good for you. From the mother. You need to have the one from the mother.
Oh, that sounds like something out of Alien.
I know. I love it, the mothership. If you can get sea salt, get it, guys. The other salt is just pretend salt.
Do you know who you sound like?
Who?
There used to be a shot putter for the USSR, Soviet Union, who used to make this noise when she shot a put. She'd go... Her name was Olga.
Right, so a spoonful of olive oil. It's not going to do anyone any harm, that. Mark!
What?
If you put a bit too much vinegar, if you just add a little bit of lemon. I can kill you in a minute. Not lemon. You don't have lemon. You don't add lemon if there's too much vinegar. Don't make it too lemony. You add a little dot of honey. So it's really important to just keep trying everything. For those of you who have just joined us, I've done my back in.
Thank God you...
I think I'm going to divorce you. I actually think I'm going to divorce you. In sickness and in health.
I'm with you, I'm with you.
Right, so it's really important you try your dressing. Ah!
I'm working my stomach muscles.
It's so painful.
No, sorry.
Can you believe you just said I'm so glad you're working your stomach muscles within my agony. I'm just going to toast a few pine nuts.
My stomach!
Not too many. Because actually, it's better if you had walnuts because they've got.
Babe, it's the way you're ploughing on.
Walnuts. Darling, I come from a showbiz family. The show goes on. Always take your nuts before they're done because they carry on cooking.
Do you know who you're like? You're like Mrs. O in Acorn Antiques. You're doing so well, babe.
Live with this all the time.
You're doing so well.
Hats off to people that live with extreme comfort. In an ideal world, we would have left that for longer to marinate.
And you'd have a good
But we've
batch.
got to take Kiki to the fun fair, so we can't. So, in one goes. Other one goes. And just leave it. Don't prod it or prick it.
Yeah, I'd want to move
it
it about now.
No.
I'd want to go.
Leave it. Turn it down. Because if I was to try and pull that chicken up now, it would stick to the pan and it would all rip off and you'd get ripped chicken. But look at that. Oh, yum. That's so bloody good for you. Spinach. And people might be going, what the hell? If you really, really hate spinach, just use any leaf that you want.
Nice.
So we know that that's going to give us lots of energy. It's brilliant for your hair, for your skin,
For your hair?
for your eyes. Yeah, all the macronutrients. If you want great shiny hair, if you want vitality, you've got to get your macronutrients.
So you haven't removed that at all?
No. And you see how now, look,
Yeah,
the white's coming up to there halfway through. That's probably ready to turn. Let's have a look. Yep, doesn't stick. Perfect.
Oh, look at that.
But see, I haven't got the pan really high. If that was really high, that chicken would be totally dry. What I'm going to do, because it's a heavy pan, I'm just going to turn it off. I'm going to put the lid on and turn it off.
Wow.
So the last bit of cooking happens without high heat underneath, which makes it dry.
The sort of faded out heat.
You say one word, I'm going to kill you.
Saying nothing. Have you signed up for that 5K yet?
I could hit you, but I know sharp movements make the pain terrible. Right. So I'm just going to slice that up. Look, it's nice and juicy. Put that on top. Avocado.
Well done. With a bad back as well.
Some pine nuts. A few pecan nuts. Not too many, because they're really calorific.
Yeah, I want to have loads of them.
There you go, Mark. Try that.
Oh, thank you. Well, even though I'm a bit of a vegetable dodger, I'm a big fan of the spinach. I'm gonna go for a bit of everything. Oh my God. What is the Zeta Zata? Zata. Oh. It's divine. And you
Do
can
you like
see.
the honey on the spinach?
Didn't notice
You
it
can
then.
really taste that little splash of honey in the dressing.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. No, it's lovely. Oh, it's really
Good.
nice. Really nice. Isn't it that isn't even a sock.
Ah!
That isn't even a sock.
That is a sock. Just put it on, babe.
Oh God, I feel like Cinderella.
Kiki, can you? Yeah, but can you put my socks?
Sorry,
right
I
around?
genuinely thought that bit there was
No,
to stop it,
it's
to
to
stop
stick on my
people
foot.
slipping.
In sickness and in health, Sally. In sickness and in health.
Right. Can you push at all? Push.
Oh, can't you just open it, babe?
I'm opening it. I can't. Oh God. Ready and push.
Oh no! Don't move me suddenly, babe.
I'm not just moving your foot.
Oh,
Hang on.
thank you.
Okay, thanks, Kiki. Good? Good to go?
Up, yeah.
I want to show the ignominy.
Oh, I'm so glad I'm entertaining you, Mark.
Can I give you a hand?
Can't actually get out.
How did she have a back?
She moved. She She claims she moved a table.
I pulled out a table.
You didn't, darling. That was not what did it.
I
She
did.
marched along the beach
Mark,
with her
don't keep
arms
saying that. You're really
flailing.
going to put people off walking. I didn't
No.
do this walking. I did it pulling a
People
table
off
out.
Walking. Wow, that was beautiful.
From Anya.
That's really nice. Oh, it's really rich. I love it. It's sort of almost oriental. Meanwhile, use my arm.
It's all right. Once I'm up, I'm all right.
Hey, lovely Maddie with us for our walk. This is the hat Maddie got me.
We had our chicken and salad. And we just had another cappuccino.
I'm having a double espresso.
Without any cake or biscuits. Mark fancied something sweet, so you had a naked
bar. Chocolate and
Which
orange
is
one, which I
fine.
hate, but because there was only one there, I had it.
And then tonight, I'm having Lebanese food, which will mean lots of salads.
What's wrong?
You're not going to believe this.
What's wrong with your light?
What do you mean?
It's looking really obvious in this light.
Mark! Oh, God, don't. Mark. No, I've got my bad back, don't.
Sorry. Go on, what?
So subs, you know I'm doing 100 days sober. You know Dina's coming round to dinner tonight.
Yes.
My sister
I'm
Dina.
going to do this every now and then as the sub's nodding.
My sister. I thought she'd given up alcohol as well.
You said she had said that.
Well, she said she was going to see how she goes one day at a time. And we're now January the 4th, and she went, "No, I never said I'm giving up drinking."
Oh, no.
And they're coming round to dinner, and it's my first moment where I've gone, "Oh my God, I'm not drinking for 100 days."
Bloody hell. What are you
Because,
going to do?
well, you know that thing, it's like, my sister has a glass of wine, I have a glass of wine.
Do you think you'll get
Well, I
through it?
think the enormity of it is hitting me a bit. I mean, I'm not going to drink. I know that. But it's like, oh, I'm not going to have a glass of wine.
But what's
my
the difference
dinner.
would it make? You'll still have a nice time.
No, I know, but it's just having that glass of wine. Because for the first few days, I've just been around you and your mum who never drink.
Exactly.
And this is the thing, isn't it, guys? It's like we can have all the resolve. Oh, I've done my workout, I've done this, I've done that. And then suddenly you're in a situation where everyone else is drinking. And it's going to be a very different thing tonight. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, so if you're doing that, guys, if you're doing a New Year's resolution, say with your partner, and they suddenly have a drink tonight, say, "Oh, I don't want to do it, I've got a drink." Stick with it.
Yeah.
Come on, we can do
Yeah,
this
true,
together.
true.
Because first thought, second thought. First thought is, oh, a nice glass of wine, my sister, that would be really nice. Second thought is, really the first glass is nice, but whoever just has one glass. And the second glass, you start to feel a bit off key. And you're not going to sleep as well. In the morning, we're going to wake up feeling a bit shitty. So that's what we've got to remember. We can do this together.
I've just had a terrible thought.
What?
It's bad luck if that Christmas tree stays decorated until tomorrow.
No, my back's... I've just taken loads of Nurofen and I'm moving much better. I'm just about to start doing it. I hate my life today! Gratitude, 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 gratitude. F off. Gratitude, gratitude, gratitude.